Hey Sagittarius, how's it going? Happy May 16th to the 30th. This is your first time checking out Truly Divine's channel. What is up? My name is Amy. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. I know this is a little late. I've just been really busier than I thought this month, and then the kids, right? So please forgive me. But with that, let's get started in your reading. So your Power of Love card to start is actually talking about forgiveness. So how awesome is that? It says you are now able to activate the power of love in order to release past hurts. So I feel like Sagittarius is in kind of a state where you guys are realizing that you can't hold on to things anymore. It's that time that you guys have to pass things. I feel like you're able to look beyond certain things and realize that the longer you hold on to something, the more painful it's going to be. So for the second half of May, I'm really feeling like you guys are on that road of forgiveness. You're starting to forgive people for hurting you. And those that are not there yet, just try. I know it can be really hard, especially if someone hurts you really bad, but I feel like you guys will get there. But just keep that in mind for the second half of May, that it's calling for you to forgive people. So Sagittarius, we have Earth coming through, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn with this Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. We also have Wands, so you guys are coming through, and Aries and Leo you could be dealing with. This King of Wands, and the Queen of Wands, and the Five of Wands. We have water signs as well, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, with this Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Four of Swords, Hierophant, Tower, and Death. So that is the cards for your reading. So overall, it's pretty good. I mean, I don't think it's bad. I just think that some of you may be in some type of place where, you know, maybe it's just needing encouraging words. Maybe it's just needing to know that you're not alone. Maybe it's, you know, just kind of surrounding yourself with people who make you feel good, who, you know, just make you better. I feel like that is where Sagittarius is. You're either there or you're heading there. That's what I feel. There are some worries for me, though, when I look at some of these cards. I feel like some of you are kind of in that state with the Tower card here where you may feel like things seem not in place. Maybe you feel things are crashing around you. Maybe you feel, you know, that you're off track. Maybe you feel different than you felt at the beginning of May. Maybe there was some type of situation or conflict that made you feel like you were put down. I just feel like for some of you, something around you has something or some person around you has kind of brought you down. This could just be emotional. It doesn't have to be like, well, it's definitely emotional, but I just feel like you guys, for some of you, this isn't all of you, but I feel for some of you, maybe it's just one of those days. But I feel like you guys are on a hump for some of you. I kind of get the sense, too, that you may feel misled. You may feel confused. You may feel lost. That's what I feel like when I see that Tower card. It's just, you know, it's needing to release something, needing to forgive something, right? With that Tower card there. I feel like you guys are ready to really, with this Five of Wands, you're ready to go to battle. I mean, you're just ready to fight whatever it is. I feel like this could be protecting someone, protecting your family, protecting your children, protecting your job, protecting your relationship, protecting your home. It's protecting something. That's what I keep hearing. I feel like you guys are in a state of, feeling like you need to protect yourselves. Maybe you feel vulnerable. That could be it as well. I feel like this is kind of a time where I call this card the 4 R's, the 4 of Swords. It's kind of that retreat, replenish, recharge, and rest. Maybe some of you just need to kind of zone out for a bit. Maybe you guys kind of need to just take some life back, take some control back. I feel like some of you may have lost some power, letting people, dictate who you are, dictate how much control they have in your life. I feel like for some of you, you've let that control go. You've given away too much power, and that might be why you feel like things around you are crashing down. Take back your control, take back your power. I really feel like you guys need to do that. But like I said, there is some type of action coming. There is some type of situation on its way, because we have a Knight of Cups here. And that's exactly what that is. That's, being in control of something. Maybe for a while there you gave someone too much control, and now you're kind of taking it back. I feel like there's going to be some situation or some conflict that you're going to regain that control, guys. I feel like it's going to come in quickly as well. I feel like you'll be ready for it, because you're going to realize it's now or never. You need to go after whatever this is. Yeah. I feel like you maybe sit with this Hierophant here. You've maybe sitting in your head lately, just examining where you are in life, examining, what you want from life. And I feel like you realize that there's a deeper meaning to it. I feel like maybe the situations around you, maybe the family or, friends or relationships or something kind of triggered something. And it made you realize that, wait, there's more out here for me. There's more out there. I don't have to stay stuck. I don't have to stay in this, prison, this war, feeling like, I'm alone and I don't have anyone. I feel like you guys have you're passing that now. You're realizing that, wait, like I need to take this. I need to take whatever this is and dig for it and get it. I feel like, for the second half of May for Sagittarius with this Knight of Swords, it's about facing facts. Maybe the facts are going to come to you, right? Maybe you're going to hear the truth from someone. You're going to find out the truth of something, and you're going to realize that, wait, I've either been doing all of this wrong or I've been blinded, right? I haven't seen the truth. I've either, if this is relationship wise, maybe you feel, maybe you see someone for who they are, and it kind of triggers something within you to say, I deserve better than this. You can't control me. Because I don't see it being too much of a work-related situation, but I do feel like, maybe you were in some type of relationship and people were telling you something about this person, but it was like you couldn't see for yourself because you were blinded. You had those blinders on. So I feel like now kind of the blinders are coming off, because you are kind of regaining that control back. And once you took that control back, you started seeing them for who they were. So I feel like now, because you see them for who they are, you're starting to see a whole different side of them. And now you're coming to that place where you're like, whoa, I don't want this. I don't want someone who can't respect me, can't respect my wishes, I feel like this is a time right now when we were talking about the 4 R's with this Queen of Wands. This is about self-care. This is about self-love. This is about knowing who you are and what you're worth, not settling, not, just taking whatever, waiting until that something is real and something is committed. So I feel like for some Sagittarius, that's where you guys are, maybe you're just staying single because you're like, I'm not going through that again, right? That's what I feel like is coming through. I feel like with this Knight of Pentacles, this is about responsibility for me. This is about taking ownership for, those things that you have done wrong, and taking ownership that the situations happen the way they happen because they're supposed to. And that's why the forgiveness card is here, right, guys? you have to learn that just because someone did you wrong, you can be mad at them and stay mad at them as long as you want, but at the end of the day, you're only hindering yourself. You're only keeping yourself from moving forward. So I know that it sucks, but forgive them for hurting you and kind of move on, kind of take ownership of your part in the why it failed, and know that something better is out there. Something always better is out there, guys. That's what I feel. Because there is this, I don't know, this person, because we have the King of Wands here, right? King of Wands for me represents a very selfish person. So I feel like you were in some type of relationship and this person was just selfish. They were self-centered. It was always about them. And I feel like, again, you were just blinded. You couldn't see past that. You know, you tried to make it work for whatever reason. And then they just did something, right? And it kind of switched your frame. And then you took that control back and you started seeing more and more and more. And that's where I feel where this reading is, you know. You have to get to that point where you have to love yourself again. You have to take care of yourself. You have to understand that, you know what, there is more out there. You know, don't settle. Don't think that, you know, there's not going to be another opportunity or another love or another relationship, because there always is. You know, we're growing every day. And as we grow, we learn what we want and what we don't want, right? The Death card is here. So this is about new beginnings. This is about, you know, facing those fears and realizing that, you know, I don't want to stay where I was. I want to be better. This is new beginnings. This is those new paths, those new journeys, you know. This is change as well. You know, we're all changing. And when we change, our perspective on people change, right? We now know what we want. We now know what we don't want. So when the littlest thing comes up and we see it for what it is, you know, before we would have just put up with it. And I feel like now Sagittarius isn't putting up with it anymore. You know, they're saying to heck with you, and they're going out and getting it at what they deserve, what they need, right? I feel like you guys are in this place right now where you're juggling. Could be juggling two people, could be juggling kids in a relationship, a job in a relationship. Like, it could be anything, but I feel like life just seems to be all in your hands right now. And it's like you have all of these options, all of these decisions to make. And sometimes you feel like you don't even know what decision to make. You don't even know what direction to take. So I feel like when I said with those 4 R's, like the retreat, the replenish, the rest and recharge, I feel like that is the moment where you just go into like you zone and you take that time to really look within yourself, because you need to be trusting your intuition at this time and trusting that you'll make the right decision, guys. So your oracle card to end this message is actually talking about vision. So that's what it looks like. So it says, when you choose this symbol, it means that no matter what you lose in your life, something better will replace it. One day in my house of night, there will be a young, beautiful vampire who will lose her mark but gain great vision into the future. Even if a loss feels devastating at the moment, you still have so much to gain. If your question is about the future, choose another card. The magical vision that you will receive here gives you the temporary power to see the future as a vast place full of possibility and potential. Your next card will provide insight into the conditions ahead of you. To know the future is to be prepared. So I think that's really beautiful, and I kind of think it wraps it up. Forgive those who have hurt you, so that you can move on, right? Because there is better things out there. There definitely is. There's better people. There's better environments. You just got to change how you feel about yourself. Have that self-respect. Have that self-worth to know and not settle, right, guys? Right, Sagittarius? Let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know how it resonates. Subscribe, like if you haven't. All of my information is down below if you want a personal reading. And yeah, guys, I think this was a great reading, and I will see you in June. Take care of yourselves.